I'm part of Microcampus, a group of 16 students from Shanghai American School that came to Xizhou for 28 days. We each chose a topic to study in Xizhou that we would study for the first 18 days. The next 10 days, we make and plan our final project. The topic I chose was local geography. I chose local geography because of how I got to see the perspectives and the different kinds of geography in Xizhou, as well as talking to local people about the geography and its cultural ties to the village. The kinds of questions I was trying to answer were questions based on the cause and effect of Xizhou on the geography, and vice versa. Questions like, how was the geography affected by Xizhou residents in the past, present, or future? My thesis is, to fully understand Xizhou's geography, you have to consider the past, present, and future of Xizhou's relationship with the geography. To look at the past, we need to look at three things: the geography's effect on culture, the people's effect on geography, and the events that were happening to cause these. First off, the geography affected culture by planting itself into the clothes, music, art, architecture, and stories of Xizhou. The traditional clothes of Xizhou show four aspects: the wind, snow, flowers, and moon, each shown in a unique way. The music and art of Xizhou shows the lake, mountains, and animals in almost every piece. The architecture of Xizhou is meant to withstand earthquakes and face the lake so the wind hits the back of the house. The second thing to consider is the people's effect on the geography, and the third thing, the events that were happening. They both go hand in hand, so explaining them together is easier to understand. The big events of the past were the Great Leap Forward and the Cultural Revolution. These events both had lasting effects on the geography. First of all, the Great Leap Forward caused people to cut down trees until it took them 6 hours to get to the first tree. The people used more pesticides and fertilizer, almost poisoning the lake water. The second was the Cultural Revolution. Young people traveled around destroying historical objects and hurting the geography. Look at two different things: the geography's effect on Xizhou and the Xizhou's effect on geography. First of all, the geography in the last decade or so has played a major role in the development of Xizhou's tourism industry. The beautiful mountains and lake attract a lot of attention from tourists and foreigners because of its unique position and features. The geography's damaged parts caused the government to start a program called the Protect the Lake program. The lake program destroyed businesses on the lake and fishing business. It also has farming rules about not using certain fertilizers or chemicals. The second, more prominent thing to look at is the people's effect on the geography. Unlike the past, the people are mostly positively affecting the geography. The main thing doing this is the Protect the Lake program. There are many rules helping mainly the lake, but also the mountains to be healthy and beautiful. One of these rules is to do with farming. Farmers are not allowed to use certain chemicals that run off into the lake. Fishermen at first had certain times that they could fish, but over time, that time period changed to nothing. Now fishing in Arhai is illegal. There are rules for the mountain. Cutting down trees is illegal, along with taking plants, fruits, or pine cones from the mountain. The government has people prowling the mountains with dogs at night to catch people illegally cutting down trees or scavenging. This lake program is positively helping the environment, but there are negative things that people are doing. Even though these laws are in place, people are still going to the mountain to scavenge and cut down trees, and people are still illegally fishing. For the future, I will talk about my predictions along with other local people's prediction. For the effect people will have on the geography, the effect the geography will have on the people, and geography in people's lives. Most people think that in the future, the blend between geography and people will be limited to that of tourism, people coming to see it, and farming. As tourism becomes bigger, people's connections with the geography will go down. As the government solves the problems, the people will forget what it is like to not have the lake, the mountains, and the trees there. In the past, people were connected to the geography because they were literally living off the bark and grass of the land. The geography was what kept them alive. The effect that people will have will be gone in the future. They will simply be there and live side by side. The geography will become healthier and more lush. The water, eventually, people will be able to drink straight from the lake instead of going to the mountain for streams. Other than drinking water, tourism and farming, Shizhou will become separated from the land. The past, present, and future need to be considered to be able to fully understand the geography of Shizhou. In this experience, I learned that history has lasting effects on the past, present, and even the future. Also, the connections that people have with the geography develop mainly through hardship and need. Like Shizhou, as it becomes a more touristy town, both their physical and mental connection with the geography is lost. This inquiry project has taught me to be more patient and respect people's thoughts and feelings, because even if they are not the same as yours or others, they still have just as much value. This project has been an informing journey, and a long one, but more than that, it has been a personal growth, and it is very sad that it is over.